attacking unit nila, yung limang mamang yan, makakatapat sina Hazul, Dunsil, Douthit, Sena at Omolon. Itong R21 ang nakakuha ng bola right at the get-go. At nabanggit na nga ng mga kasama natin sa active center. Ano? Itong R21 Express coming off a humbling 30-point blowout loss noong nakarang Friday lang. Jojo Dunsil, mukhang maganda focus nila heading into today.
And a better start for them. I did that game of Air 21 wherein they were blown out. And in this game, you can see ang unang hawak nila, they moved the basketball around, really gave an opportunity for everyone to at least get a touch.
Dwayne Jones, opening attack ng Powerade, does not go, pero ang Air 21 turning it right back over. Anthony Lassiter Casio, David at Dwayne Jones. Familiarity factor, every one of those 5 guys have started the first 6 games. Tapos yung heavy minutes, sila rin ang naglalaro. Tignan natin if it will take its toll on the Powerade Tigers o kung yung familiarity na nga nila sa isa't isa mas makakaganda as Lassiter gets the first 2 points for the Tigers. Dunsil kontra David, nakawala ng bahagya, gets it over to Bitboy. Omolon from the outside, buries it, lamang ng tatlo ang Express.
You can see itong Powerade trying to put some pressure on the ball. And after that, in a way, in a zone as well. And maganda yung simula ng Air 21, especially from the outside. Both shots coming from the outside.
Lassiter, over to Anthony, 8 to shoot para dito sa Powerade Tigers. They find Anthony underneath, iniiwas pa. Powerade moving that leather well. Salangang abante ng Air 21. Wala pa naman 2 minuto lumilipas dito sa Araneta. Omolon once again. Gets it over to Hazul this time around. Underneath, James Sena gets the 2.
And again, ball movement for Air 21, finding open men. Kanina tumitikada sila sa labas, but don't fail to look inside because guys can be open out there.
7-4 is the score. Both squads, patulad ng binabanggit natin, looking for win number 4 as Gary D has started his scoring with a 3.
Alam mo what's amazing about Gary David is that yes, gumagawa siya ng puntos, pero yung kanyang field goal percentage, even if you say, uy, napakahirap ng tira na yun, that looks like a bad shot. But when you read the stats after, hindi kasamaan yung kanyang field goal percentage.
Gary David shoots 45% from that 3-point line, 40% overall. And it must be noted, Gary David is coming off his worst performance of the Commissioner's Cup. Napakasama ng nilaro nito.
Grabe, gano'ng kasama?
20 puntos. 20 puntos, bad game na. Hirap namang kalaban, no? 7-0 lang nasa ating talaan. Dunsil from the elbow. Ito si Jojo Dunsil, napakaganda ng pagkakalinis ng kanyang mga bariles.
Look at Air 21. They've got 9 points. And out of those 9 points, they get 4 assists out of that. Ibig sabihin, bawat shoot nila nanggaling sa ball movement.
Casio looking for Jones. David with 8 to work with. Dunsil ang tumatao sa kanya. David butata inabot kay Marcus Douthit. RJ Azul looking to outrun etong si Casio. At etong si Sena was held down on the pass.
Look at Marcus Douthit. The thing with Marcus Douthit, he is the anchor defensively. First thing, they did the right thing. Send Gary David left. After that, Marcus Douthit, you send him to your big guy, Marcus Douthit, with a block right here. In their last game, I believe he had about 4 blocks in their last outing.
Yun ang perfect example ng team defense. Hindi kailangan mamigay ng foul, hindi kailangan yung primary defender palagi ang tatao. Pwedeng padala mo lang sa malaki, no?
Yeah, you know, you are going to get beaten in this league. You are going to get beaten off the dribble if you put pressure by some guys, especially guys like Gary David. But it's important if you play team defense. Pag na-beat ka, may kakampi ka doon sa ilalim.
Jones gets it back over. David! Sinausaw pa, napalakas lang. Rebound battle na kay Gary D. Casio trying to get rid of Azul. Nakita niya si Lassiter. Looking to break down the defense of Dunsil. In and out crossover with the left hand. Mintis. Pero Lassiter himself keeps it alive. Gary D for a 3. Bitin. Kanya rin. Isa pa ulit. Yes, sir! Hindi pwede pabayaan ang sunod-sunod yan.
And there's one thing that Guy David likes to do, it's shoot. So pag binigyan mo siya ng puwang na ganyan, titira yan.
2 of 4 na si Gary D from that 3-point line. As Sena is being bothered by Anthony. Pasa niya. Ako, ma-over and back dito si Bitoy. Yung backing violation na nga, inaitawag doon.
Good ball pressure on the part of Anthony as well as Gary David. Kaya nagkaroon ng turnover doon.
Tanda natin yung si Gary David, akala natin puro scoring lang ha. Once upon a time, naging member ng all-defensive team to nung pumasok sila sa finals with Air 21 kontra Barangay Nebra in 2008. Taking a look at the shooting so far in this opening quarter, Anthony lalo pang pinaganda yung shooting netong mga Tigre.
Shooting of Powerade, not really that great, but one thing that has been helping them is rebounds. Sean Anthony, one of the guys that rebounds for them, but also can score if you give him enough space.
Anthony averaging 9.7 rebounds per outing. Mintis sa kanyang bonus. Douthit collects yet another rebound. Lamang ng dalawa itong Powerade. Barely 5 minutes into your PBA Super Sunday. Hazul mula sa kanan. Naku, airball.
Man, he never even had his feet underneath him. That was a forced shot on the part of RJ Hazul.
Anthony on the run. Sinalubong ni Sena. Kita niya, medyo malaki yun. Inabangan muna. Itong si Lassiter. Left corner pocket first is good. When we look at the numbers, itong dalawang team na to, hindi naglalayo in terms of 3-point percentage. Pero yung 3-point attempts per game, itong Powerade talagang dun sumasandal sa shooting nila, Jason. As Lassiter gets a steal, will he have space? Anthony back to Lassiter, sa kanan naman daw. Dwayne Jones, kinalabaw doon sa rebounding battle. Ito si James Sena, napaul pa doon si Sena.
And one of the things that Powerade is doing, and they wanted to start this game very aggressive, put pressure on the ball, and try to force turnovers. Last couple of possessions, dito nakukuha na nila ng turnover. Itong Air 21, back-to-back turnovers leading one to a fast break, and this one leading to free throws.
As Paulo Ubalda checks in for the first time para kay Azul, sinabayan din ni Coach Bo, itong si James Martinez ang kanyang ipapasok. Jones takes care of that second. 16-10. Abante ng 6 ang Powerade Tigers. To join us when we return, si Miss Jessica Mendoza ay ating makakasama dito lang sa Active. Back with us inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Mag-umarjan po kasama si Jason Webb para sa inyong PBA Super Sunday. Another nice day. Ang ganda na ng crowd natin, ang aga pa.
But you know, we're gonna have a big game later in the second game. Barangay Ginebra against Talking Tex. But this first game, napakagandang primer sa araw na to because ang ganda ng storya ng dalawang team na to. You can say, both Cinderella teams last season, itong Powerade and Air 21 tried to do it this time.
Isa pang magandang story dyan, napakaraming galing gilas para sa magkabilang koponan. At si Miss Jessica, merong report tungkol dyan.
Matagal nga niyang naging teammate si Marcus Doughted, pero sabi ni Marshall Lassiter, he's looking forward to playing against the Air 21 import. Inamin ni Marshall that Doughted is good, but he added, I'm good too. At sabi ni Marshall that his focus for today is just being on the same page as his team and winning the night. Para naman kay assistant coach Charles Tew, advantage din na alam nila ang playing style ni Doughted dahil napaghandaan nila ng husto. Magu?
Maraming salamat, Jessica. At sa lahat nga ng ibang 9 teams dito sa PBA, ang pinaka may kilala na pwede natin sabihin kay Doughted, itong Powerade, dalawa doon sa mga starter doon, plus yung isang assistant coach, nando doon sa kampo nila.
Pwede mo rin sabihin, ang Talking Tex. Dahil meron rin mga player galing Talking Tex, naglaro para sa national squad. And also, as we see, piggyback ride on the part of Jojo Dunsil. Marsha not taking any, not having any part of that one.
Kukusyon pa sana niya yung bagsak niya, pero sabi ni Lassiter, huy, alis dyan, may bangaw. Ano ba? Whoop! (16-12) na sa ating dalaan. Powerade, abante ng 4. Martinez gets it over to Lassiter. Naglabas ng galit doon si Marcio. Sabay tingin pa sa bench ng Express.
Wow, and a good start in terms of shooting from the outside para sa Powerade. Already 4 3-pointers para sa kanila.
Ganun lang, lamang na ng 7 dito ang mga Tigres. Doubted fails to cut into that deficit. Lassiter to David on the run. Gary D. Nakita si Anthony. Tinabot nga lang ng foul from behind. Isip, napituan ang kanyang unang personal foul. Biggest lead of the game na to, 7 points pa pwedeng dagdagan ni Anthony on this trip. Pong Escobar has checked in para dito kay Jojo Duncil. After scoring 2 baskets early on, natahimik na si Duncil as Anthony muntika na maka 3-point play in reverse. Intis nga lang yung kanyang tira. Ubalde gets it over to Omolon. Bitoy working against Gary D.
Yeah, it's nice to see Bitoy Omolon right now. That the confidence is back. He's looking for his shot and feels well at home dun sa opensa ni Coach Franz Pumares.
7 points in the game para dito kay Bitoy Omolon. Gets a steal and will have a walk in the park layup. 9 puntos para dito kay Bitoy and that cuts this deficit to 4.
And they needed that because actually itong Powerade was in a very good run, which was a 8-2 run on the part of Powerade. Before nakakuha ng puntos, ito si Bitoy.
Lassiter misses on this attempt. 4:20 remaining sa ating opening quarter. Ubalde, nakita si Escobar. Pupunta sila kay Doubted from the outside.
And teams will live with that. If Marcus Doubted wants to shoot from the outside, nawawala yung rebounder ng Air 21. And we know that they're a team that has struggled with big guys getting rebounds.
David on the catch. Dalawa kalaban. Step back. Paano mo pipigilan yun?
And you just have to look at the face of Nelbert Omolon. After that shot of Gary David, napailing na lang siya.
Akala na itong Air 21, nakuha na nila yung bola. Nakagawa pa rin ng paraan as Isip. Doesn't go, clean up job. Mintis pa rin. Madumi pa rin para dito kay Doubted. Martinez gets it across. Anthony on the run. Doesn't work. Tumatakbo na naman ang Air 21 Express. Ubalde flips it up. Nagambala doon.
That's a terrible play. That's a 4-on-2 situation and they couldn't even get a clean look at the basket.
Double black eye para kay Lassiter. Basang-basa ni Doubted ang gusto niyang gawin. Tapos inabot pa na siya ng foul. Ang gusto niya mag-recover sana to.
Here it is. Abot na abot eh. Marcus Doubted. At pala
Nakita ko na dati yan eh. Dati tayong teammates sa national team eh. 22-16 na sa ating talaan. Doubted now with 2 blocks. Right on the average para sa kanya. 3 minuto natitira sa ating opening quarter. Easy pinahanap si Ubalde. Martinez keeping an eye on Paulo. Kramer now on the floor. Switches over. Isip from 16. In and out and back in.
Mark Isip's a very good pickup for this Air 21 squad. At least they get bigger, and at the same time, he's a guy that can stretch out that defense because he has an average shot from about 15 feet in.
Looking at the assist story, umahabol na. Or nakalamang pa dito ang Air 21. David from the outside, doesn't work. Jones with the board. Lassiter for 3. Pangatlo na yan!
And right now, Powerade is just dominating offensive rebounds. And because of offensive rebounds, nagkakaroon sila ng mga easy looks from the outside because once the offensive rebound is gotten, hindi na malocate ng Air 21 yung kanilang mga binabantayan.
3-point shooting o 5 of 9 para sa Powerade. 50% para sa Air 21, kaso 1 of 2 lamang yun. 2-minute warning na ng ating first quarter. They go to Gary. Mr. Pure Energy hanging in the air. Gets the basket. May kasama pang foul. As we take another look at that Gary David drive as we head into this timeout. 1 minute and 46 remaining sa ating opening quarter. Siyam na ang abante ng mga Tigre. Masusubaybayan na ang inyong Philippine Basketball Association sa Action TV International. Sa Middle East po via Orbit Showtime Network. Sa Europe naman via OSN TV Tomorrow. At sa Guam via MCV Broadband. Sabihan na ninyo ang inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang maaksyon na labanan ng PBA pati na rin ng UFL sa Action TV International. Nice Sunday crowd on hand here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tututukan kung tutulak na ni Gary David sa 10 ang kanilang abante. Wala nang 2 minuto natitira sa ating opening quarter. Bitin nga lang yung free throw ni Gary D. Binabanggit ko sa iyo kanina, no? 3-point shooting percentage-wise, di naghihiwalay itong magkabilang koponan. Powerade shooting 36% heading into today. R21 35%. Pero yung pagkakaiba, Jason, bago maglaro ngayon, tig-anim na laro para yung koponan as Omolon launches a 3. Etong Powerade, 56 of 156. Etong R21, 30 of 85. 85 attempts pa lamang kumpara mo sa 156 ng Powerade.
You know, what that shows is that that 3-point shot is just a major weapon para dito sa Powerade. And for R21, it's only a select number of people that will throw up that 3-point shot. And kumbaga hindi siya yung main focus ng kanilang opensiba.
Di ilan lang ang may lisensya, no? As Gary David is back at the line. 88% shooter mula dyan sa 15'9". Ito si Gary D. As we see the entry of Maggie Season, and for the first time in a while, Elmer Espiritu, pangalawang laro pa lang niya to dito sa Commissioner's Cup. 29-18, a brand new biggest lead of the game. Coming up on a minute remaining sa ating opening quarter. Ubalde kontra dito kay Casio. Nakita si Season. 10 seconds to shoot. Douthin. Kontra kay Crisano. Turnaround fade away doesn't work. Ubalde keeps it alive. Feeds. Elmer Espiritu underneath and right away nakakontribute kagad itong former UE Red Warrior.
Yeah, but credit half the basket to Ubalde because he was down there being a point guard, but he was still able to get an offensive rebound, and after that, dish it off to Espiritu.
Crisano mula dyan sa kaliwa. Binibigyan ng espasyo ni Douthin. He goes cross court. JV. Step back, faking in a spin on the 3. Doesn't work. Van Landingham for the rebound.
And right now, again, offensive rebounds. Napakarami para sa Powerade, getting multiple cracks at the basket.
Casio through a Crisano pick. All the way to the hole is fouled with 20.4 seconds remaining.
Kakatuwa rin, no? Si JV Casio umaatake. Pero si Marcus Douthin, kesa supalpalin, ang ginawa, sundot. Kaya talaga, if you're a big guy at susundot ka, mas madalas, mapipituhan ka ng foul kesa yung habuli mo sa taas.
Casio misses on the first free throw as Ritualo checks in for first time. Ritualo and Casio on the floor together. Kuya-kuyahan ni JV and si Renren. Parehong galing San Beda High School. Parehong galing Lasal sa kolehiyo. JV gets the second one to go. 10 ang abante ng Powerade. R21 can have the last possible shot ng ating opening quarter. Ritualo gets it over to Douthin. Back to Ritualo who bobbles and recovers. Dalawa kalaban. Ritualo napuwersang ipasa bago ma-ball hugging violation. Nakapik nga lang ng mga Tigre palabas ang bola with 3.6 remaining. Douthin gets it over to Season from the baseline. Nice decision on the part of Marcus.
And what a nice play for them to end the quarter. It was a quarter that it has to be Powerade's quarter, but then there's something to build on para sa R21. Yung makakuha ka ng 2 points bago matapos yung quarter.
Nice finish on the part of R21. Something to build on. Katulad binanggit ni Consiel Jason Webb. Maggie Season with his first basket, pero it was all about Powerade led by the onslaught of Marshall Lassiter. Bang klase pinakita na itong former national standout. 3 3-pointer na ang binuhos niya, 11 puntos ang total niya. Lamang ng 8 ngayon ang Powerade Tigers, 30-22 at the end of the first 12 minutes of action. At sa puntong ito, pasalamatan muna natin ang ating radio partners, 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM at 96.3 Easy Rock sa FM band. Pagdating naman sa AM, syempre sa DZSR 918 AM lang tayo tututok para hindi tayo makamiss ng every single actions. No bad one, Benji Santiago, si Joey Boy, yung nakadilaw na sombrero, nagpapakyut doon. Aming resident statman dyan sa PBA Radio. As we open the second quarter of action, Josh Van Landingham comes up with a reverse layup. Kasama niya sa seg, sino JB Casio, Doug Kramer, Alex Crisano, at etong si Celino Cruz. Para naman sa Air 21, Marcus Douthit playing no relief basketball up to this point. Kasama niya sina Maggie Season, Paulo Hubalde, Elmer Espiritu, and Renren Retualo. Casio kicks it out. Crisano for three. Yes, sir! Of course, Alex Crisano. Always finding a way to wake up this Sunday crowd. Kahit anong crowd, mapaumaga, mapagabi, kayang-kayang buhayin ni Alex Crisano yan.
Yeah, Alex Crisano, yes, he will shoot this. And, you know, when he makes it, when Alex Crisano makes shots like this, he will let you know about it.
35-22, Alex Crisano buries the big three. Ganun-ganun lang, 13 na ang abante na itong Powerade. At kilala natin, always the showman. Ano ba tawag dito? The showstopper, Alex Crisano.
Wait, thank you to Alex, who actually was on the active center just last Friday. And Alex, please bring your own water next time.
Nanguha ng tubig. Balita ko, niyakapan niyan si Kuya Miko ng bear hug. Ano daw? Sa kilikili daw siya tinamaan.
Buti na lang hindi nagmintis yung tira na yun. Alam mo bakit? Kasi pag tira niya, umalis si Crisano, kausap ng coach, wala silang rebounder.
35-25, Air 21 looking to battle back. Ayaw nila magpabaon dito sa mga antics ni Alex Crisano as Celino puts it up in front of Ritualo. Ginawa lang asintahan doon si Renren. Espiritu kontra Van Landingham. Pupunta sila kay Douthit with Crisano all over him. Douthit looking to attack the baseline. Hindi maitulak si Crisano. Ubalde knocks it in from the other side. First 2 points of the game para sa kanya.
You know, and that's why a lot of this Air 21 works right now, because Marcus Douthit is a guy that will have his teammates involved. At least nagkakakumpiyansa yung mga locals pag nandun siya sa loob.
Bullet pass to the right side. Van Landingham with his specialty. Hindi nga lang tumama this time around. Air 21 still down by 10 points. Dadalawang minuto lumilipas sa ating second quarter. Season bothered by Crisano. Van Landingham gets it over to Cruz. Celino surveys the floor. Iiwan para kay JV. Napakaliit ng backcourt na to para dito sa Powerade Tigers. Casio attacking Ritualo. Nakita si Kramer. Baseline jumper. No good.
For Air 21, if they want to make a move right now in terms of cutting down this lead, this is the lineup that they should be able to make a move on. You look at this lineup by Powerade. No Gary David, no Marshall Lassiter. Yes, no import. Eto, pero bumalik na yung import nila.
Kita mo naman yung salubong ng PBA fans dito kay Alex Crisano. Kahit anong team mo, no? Ma-appreciate mo yung mga ginagawa niyang entertainment value na additional sa ballgame.
And if he's entertaining and gives you good stats as well, that's when you get a bonus, diba?
Espiritu looking for Douthit. 6 to shoot para dito sa Express. Douthit working against Jones. Pangga minsan going to the fadeaway. Gets the basket because sama pang foul.
And this is the matchup. Ito yung sinabi natin kanina. Dwayne Jones could have been one member of that ating smart Gilas. On the other hand, it was Doughted that made the cut, and Doughted trying to prove a point there.
As we send it over to the sideline with Jessica with this report.
Mag-uusapan ni Marcos sa akin kanina, he was very excited to be playing against his former Gilas teammates, JV Castro and Marshall Lassiter. Pero, nung tinanong ko sa kanya kung intimidated ba siya about playing against Dwayne Jones, who was supposed to have a spot sa Gilas team, sabi niya, I was not intimidated at all.
Diba? Seryosong-seryoso lang, Jessica. Medyo parang may laman yun. Parang may papatunayan.
Parang nga, pero he looked very confident when he was saying it. You know, he was really, parang medyo game face talaga siya nung kinakausap niya ako eh.
Ayun, so thank you, Jessica. So ayan ha, kita nyo naman yung matchup na yan. Doughted kontra Jones. Sangka, kampihan na. As Celino comes up with a steal. Cruz to Lassiter. Nakita sa ilalim si Kramer. One dribble reverse, no good. Rebound battle na kay Kramer pa rin. And Powerade will reset this attack. Ito maganda para sa Powerade. Medyo matagal na nagpapahinga si Gary David as they have managed to keep this lead. 8 puntos pa rin up to this juncture.
Yeah, they've already given rest to JB Castro, to Marshall Lassiter, to Gary David, and even their import. But yet, like you said, they're able to maintain their lead. So, big plus yun na kahit na nag-upo na yung mga stars nila, alam naman natin, plays a big chunk of the minutes, they were still able to hold on to that lead.
Ang grabe nga yung rotation na yan para dyan sa Powerade. David and Jones playing 40 minutes per ball game on average. Lassiter 41 minutes. Kaya anytime na makakaprotekta ka lamang nang hindi mo kailangan palaruin yung mga main weapons mo, ayos na ayos yun para sa inyong cause. 38-29. It is the Powerade Tigers by 9 points. Mahigit 8 minuto natitira sa ating first half. Doughted mula sa labas. Now, here in the second quarter, Marcus Doughted nagsisimulang tumama yung mga jumper niya. He's got 7 in the game. Cruz over to Kalimag. Bagong pasok, itong si Ricky. Re-reset nila atake. Celino attacking the defense of Ubalde. They go outside. Van Landingham bobbles it. It is taken away by Air 21. Ritualo on the run. Ay, pasa niya, malamyan, nahablot. Neto ni Lassiter. Lassiter, iniwas na ngayon kay Doughted. Kanina kasi nabura yung tira niya.
And another fast break opportunity for Air 21 that didn't go well. At that time, it was Ren Ritualo that was unable to give a good bounce back. Yan yung mga masakit sa kanila. Because in the PBA, you don't score in a fast break, so scorean ka niyan ng kalaban mo sa kabila.
Si Marshall Lassiter averaging better than 1 steal per ball game dito sa Coms Cup. He was close to 2 noong Philippine Cup. Isa sa mga ginagamit din ni Lassiter yung kanyang depensa to fuel his own offense. Gary David back on the floor para dito sa Tigers, teaming up with Celino Cruz in the backcourt. Kung may binabalak pa yung dalawa as Lassiter rattles on the second. Balik sa siya mga bante ng mga Tigre. 40-31. 7.5 remaining bago tayo bumalik sa active center with Aaron Atay there, Richard Del Rosario, and one of the 25 greatest, the fortune cookie, Idol Atoy ko. So Ubalde scores his 4th point of the game.
Sabi mo kanina Toyota ka. Niloloko mo ako eh.
Miko yung Toyota.
Ikaw?
Chris
Chris pa. O sino mga teammate ni Idol Atoy? Kung ano, bilis na ba? Oh, starting 5 ha? Bilis. Oh.
Ay, hindi naman ako kasing edad mo. Ito naman.
Ano alam?
Ritualo, catch and shoot, 3 on the run. Pangatoy ko yun ha, pass break 3-pointer.
And if you look at players that you can compare actually to Atoy ko, yeah, Ren Ritualo, you know, in terms of yung quick release niya, Atoy ko na Atoy ko.
Pati yung Gary David sa tapang. Ito yung mga umi-stop and pop sa 3-point line, no? Yan dalawang yan. Kaya nga tututukan din nating matchup yan, Ritualo and David.
Pero nung panahon ni Idol Atoy, pag nag-stop and pop sila sa 3-point line, kailangan above the keyhole pa, above the free throw line extended. Kasi dati, hindi umaabot hanggang dulo yung 3-point line, pahaba lang yun eh. I think on the very first conference that they had it.
Nagkaroon ng 3-point line, ano? Si Richard tumitira din doon ng mga panahon na yun, ano?
Just speaking of Atoy, no? Imagine if when they started, in the PBA started in 75, kung may 3-point line, imagine how much points he would be making. Kasi right now, I believe he stopped at 13,000. ilan dapat matitirang tres mo?
Diba, no? Baka hindi mo na mahabol sa record book yung naging total points as we head into this timeout. 42-35 is the score. Powerade protecting a 7-point lead. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum kung saan tinututukan natin yung dalawa sa mga pinakamatinik na shooter in the modern day of the PBA, in the modern age of the PBA. Renren Ritualo, nung nasa Air 21 pa siya, grabe performance niya. Last time around, 12 puntos ang binus niya. At dati niyang baka pa, yung si Gary David. Pero ngayon, nakita mo naman, si El Granada, nakapag-best player of the conference na.
You know, for both guys are extreme scorers. I mean, they can really score at will. I think the biggest difference is mas kumpleto ngayon yung laro ni Gary David when you compare that to Renren. Renren really, he has yung pagka-shooter niya maybe a bit better than Gary David. But since he doesn't expand his game as much as Gary David, like Gary David likes to go to the basket and all, and mas nahihirapan makakuha ng puntos ngayon si Renren.
When everything is said and done dito sa career ni Gary David at Renren Ritualo in the next 5, 10, 15 years, gaano kalapit kaya atoy ko natin sila nakikita in the record books, in the memories of fans like us.
That's very hard to, di ba? Mahirap. It's very hard to compare players from generation against generation. It's always going to be unfair to either one of the two parties.
Yun nga, binanggit mo nga kung may 3-point line nung nagsimula noong 1975, lalo na nanalintikan na mahihirapan ng present generation sa pinaggagawa ni Idol Atoy ko. 43-35. Nasa ating dalan as we send it over to Jessica with this report about Renren Ritualo.
Hindi daw nagugulat si Renren Ritualo sa pinapakitang performance ni Gary David. He proudly told me earlier that even when they were teammates, nakita na raw ni Renren ang galing ni Gary. Para naman kay El Granada, natutunan daw niya ang pagsisipag mula kay Renren, who also taught him never to stop shooting or working during practice. Magu?
Thank you, Jessica. Alam naman natin, pagka-shooter, kahit malas, ano? You gotta keep shooting para mahuli mo yung rhythm mo. Nice compliment yung kay Gary as when he entered the league, si Renren yung main man ng Air 21.
And it helps for young players to be able to emulate guys, play behind guys that have good work ethic and have had success.
30-second timeout requested on the floor as Jojo Duncil, pinakitaan tayo ng mintis doon. Nagkaroon ng tap out sa pagkakataong yun. 5:08 natitira sa ating first half. Ani mga bante rito ng Powerade as we remind everybody na coming this July, the greatest show on earth, the London 2012 Olympic Games, mapapanood na dito lang sa Active. Stay tuned to Active for more announcements. Casio with the leather, Hazul hounding him. Nahanap nila itong si Gary David. Gary sees an open baseline. They
Good
swing it
ball
back
movement.
out.
That's beautiful ball movement. That's how Powerade can be successful. You have guys willing to share the basketball and on pace to just move the ball around.
Na-delay of game warning itong Powerade dahil natapik pa ni Ricky Kalimag yung bola. Grabe yung pinakikitang shooting dito ng Powerade Tigers. Omolon with the leather. Duncil di diskarte kontra kay Lassiter. Jojo Duncil, the third leading scorer for the Air 21 Express, is stripped up by Kalimag at hindi niya nagustuhan yun. Face to face ang kanilang usapan dito. Jojo Duncil, chinecheck yung kanyang tuhod kung buo pa. Check yung kanyang tuhod kung buo pa. Nadaga ang ganun sa upper thigh. Nowhere to go si Ricky Kalimag. He was standing his ground. Warningan na silang dalawa. They gotta watch it. As Espiritu takes that side court in, the sideline inbound. Azul to Espiritu. Sees a crack in the defense. Naku, patay nga lang ang Pectus ng kanyang layup. Here come the Powerade Tigers. Casio zigzagging his way for that jumper. No good. Vitoyo Malone with a rebound. Espiritu catch and shoot three. Wala pa rin. Back-to-back misses by Elmer Espiritu. Wala na pong 4 na minuto na titira dito sa ating first half. Lassiter in traffic.
Yeah, it's a good plug. Si Marshall Lassiter really trying to create an angle by pushing that ball inside, and the referee says he went under that basketball.
Sena nagbabalik para dito kay Espiritu. Sasabay pa si Anthony sa pagpalit niya kay Ricky Calima. Pressure in the backcourt coming from the Tigers. Pero bibitawan nila si Duncil para magbaba ng bola. Trying to deny itong si Azul, ang starting point guard ng Air 21. Omolon on the attack. Bitoy Omolon, huli ka! Ni Dwayne Jones. Ganda na sana no sidestep, ano? At natuluyan na nakuha ng Powerade ang bola dahil napatama pa nila sa isang express. Lassiter with a knockout play on the other end.
Yeah, that's the right call for that one, Magu. Knockout na knockout yung play na yun. Air 21 still trying to talk to the referees and figure out why the ball went to Powerade. Powerade is taking advantage of that.
Yan, kung baga sa boksingero, protect yourself at all times. Azul on the run. Off the wrong foot. Doon sa pagkakataong yun. 4 points in the game para dito kay RJ. Babasa siya, mang hinahabol dito ng Air 21. 3 minutes remaining sa ating second quarter. David over to Lassiter. Omolon on him. Lassiter, ganda ng pick na binigay ni Jones. Huli pa rin ni Omolon from behind. Natin, ito si Omolon 2 games ago nung huling nanalo ang Air 21. 4 shot blocks ang na-record niya, ha? Air 21 will be charged with this timeout. 48-39, Powerade. Abante pa rin dito by 9. Back for more of your PBA Super Sunday dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. At dahil nga Sunday, ano? Family Day, getting the kids started right sa kanilang path patungo sa magiging basketball fan, basketball player, basketball supporter, kahit maging coach. Paglaki nila, mamaya-maya, tandaan nyo ha, 2:49 bago tayo bumalik sa Active Center. Teka lang, Sunday Family Day tapos si Del Rosario nandoon kasama ni Aaron.
Bakit mukha naman sila mag-amay?
Pwede. Pag kinumpute mo edad niyan, pwede.
Oh.
Oh,
Di, ah.
pwedeng maging ama ni Aaron si Richard, no?
Talaga?
Jessica, tama, no? Pwede, no?
Tay ka kay Richard.
Jones underneath. Clipped by Douthit. Inubo ko tuloy pa. Pwede.
Pinipilit mo talaga. ako hindi si Richard ang sinabi kong mag-ama. Si Idol Atoy tsaka si
Si
Aaron.
Richard. Ah, si Aaron.
Parang magkapatid lang si si Richard tsaka si Aaron eh.
Parang, porkit binlow out tayo ng isang gabi, ikaw ha. Oo nga pala, oo, magkapatid lang yan. Sa wakas. Wala ko, katapusan ng mundo na nag-blow out si Richard. Azul with the leather. Nabantayan ni Casio. Gets it over to Sena. Sena! Power step doesn't work. Dwayne, nawalan pa ng bola. Bitoy Omolon, si Boy Pulot has done it again.
You know, Air 21 getting their points here, but you really have to credit Powerade. Really playing good defense, good on-the-ball defense, and putting a lot of pressure every time hawak ng bola ng ang bola ng Air 21.
At ang kinagagalit dito ng Powerade, bakit daw nung pinatong na ng ref yung bola, hindi pa nagsimula magbilang?
At bakit sila magagalit?
Hindi. Ano yung kinagagalit nila? At delay of game, humingi sila, ganun ba yun? 30-second timeout, napuwersa ang Powerade. Dahil bigla-bigla na lang may pressure defense ang Air 21. And that is what the Express have been using so far in the Coms Cup. Bigla silang nanggugulat with their pressure. Kilala mo natin, si Coach Franz Pumarin, ang head coach niya.
You know, that's something that they've gotten used to. That's sanay na ang mga teams and players of Coach Franz na yung full court pressure nila. And because you put it into context, because Air 21, then Shopee Nas was eliminated early, really gave an opportunity for Coach Franz Pomaret to impart what he wanted to do with his team. Came in a bit late to start the year, pero ito nagkaroon na siya ng pagkakataon na maturo yung gusto niya ituro.
Yun nga, no? 2 weeks lang sila naghanda before the Philippine Cup. Pero pagkatapos ng Philippine Cup, 1 week break lang daw ang balita natin. And then, nagpa-kondisyon na. Eh, kakailanganin mo nga yan kung full court pressure defense ang gagamitin yung battle plan. Coach Bo Perasol is on the floor. Livid here, may nirereklamo. Chasing our referee all the way to the scorer's table. Nataga na si Coach Bo rito.
Technical foul on Powerade head coach Walter Assault for reception to a call.
With 1 minute and 44 remaining sa ating first half, the action is definitely heating up. Hindi lang dun sa sahig, pati dun sa mga bench na magkabilang kabunan.
You know, Powerade actually was complaining already very early on. Yeah, bago sila magtuwal ng 30-second there. And it's carried on here. Not really sure where the foul was na hinihingi nila. Maybe right there out of Gary David.
Tapos sa kabilang dulo, yun yung nangyari doon.
Well, this is very rare. Marcos David is going to get a bit of a breather here.
We head into the final minute 44 of the first half. Jones nakagalit sa kasusundot daw ng mga Express.
It's getting a bit feisty in there. Guys are throwing, kita natin, nagpapakita lang ng Zico and the like.
Bakit nga naman din? 50-50 nga labanang ito as Sean Anthony buries a 3. Mananalo dito, papanik sa 4-3 ang win-loss record and solo third place. Top 6 ang hinahanap natin to advance into the next round. Matatalo 3-4, babagsak ka into a tie for 6, 7, and 8 places. Eh hanggang 6 ka lang hinahabol natin. Delikado ang mundo pag natalo ka dito.
Shot clock 10 seconds.
Sideline inbound, Dunsil. Kahanap ng papasahan, gets it over to Season. Azul ngayon didiskarte, gets it to the back door, cutting Jojo Dunsil for the 2 points. Air 21 within 7 points. Wala na pong 1 minuto natitira sa ating first half.
And right now, Air 21, a very good stand. Habang nagpapahinga si Marcos Doutet, he made 2 stops and actually got points just earlier.
40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Dunsil spinning against Lassiter. Dunsil over to Ciso. Sobra! Ang tira ni Maggi. Less than half a minute remaining sa ating second quarter. Lassiter na didiskarte dito as Casio is well covered by Azul. Lassiter and Dunsil, it is getting chippy.
Yes.
Ayun, no, hanggang na-outside na yung bola, may konting kiskisan pa, Jason.
Yes, and it's getting chippy all over the floor. From Lassiter to Dunsil, even Jones to Season.
Casio against Azul. 5 to shoot para sa Powerade Tigers. They get it over to Lassiter, and he is clobbered from behind.
Number 5, Jojo
May foul
Dunsil.
yun ni Jojo Dunsil. Yun yung wala nang isip-isip. Basta malabas lang yung init ng ulo dahil kanina pa sila nagbabanggaan eh.
Parang isang tama lang, makaisa lang. Okay na. Lassiter takes care of that first. Tignan ulit natin, ano?
He actually grabbed him right there before the turn and then full swing. And Marcio, seemingly, he's the one that actually got in the head of Dunsil. Kasi pagkatapos nun, relax lang siya.
Papasimplihan eh, no? Lassiter, sigurado si Idol Atoy ko, tuwan-tuwa sa nakikita niya simplihang ganyan.
Bakit?
Nung araw, mahilig sila sa simplihan.
Oh.
Dying seconds of this first half. Duncil gets it underneath. Nelbert Omolon gets the 2 points. 3.5 seconds remaining. Omolon already with 13 and a steal. Omolon with a 3. Off the glass. Napalakas nga lang. So at the end of the first 24 minutes of action, 54-47, Powerade abante pa rin ng 7. Pero itong R21 has definitely made some headway here. Napaka-init na second half. Ina-expect natin ito.
And it's a quality game and very fitting dahil naman ang ganda ng nakikita natin mangyayari kung sino sa mananalo dito. Kaya
R21 dito sa ating third quarter. Kasama niya itong si Marcus Doughton who just knocked that one in. James Sena. Andiyan din sina Jojo Duncil and Bitoy Omolon. Para naman sa Powerade, we see JV Casio, Sean Anthony, Marshall Lassiter, Dwayne Jones, and Gary David. JV Casio kicks their lead back up to 7.
sukat na sukat ni JV si Doughtit. Nagtitinginan lang yung dalawa. Nakita ni JV, naku hindi lalapit to. Tira na lang ako dito sa labas.
Familiarity ng dating national team players definitely in full effect dito sa kanilang battle for third place sa team standings. Doughtit, yun yung fade away na binabanggit kanina ni Atoy ko ni Richard at Aaron. Wala talaga makakablangka kung halos 7-footer ka tapos fade away ba tira mo.
But is it a good shot? That's the question. If you have the Dirk Nowitzki fade away na tira mula sa labas, yun, napakaganda ron. But if you're Doughtit and you're the only 7-footer in the league, then what you'd want to see is pasalubong sa goal yung tira mo, hindi pa atras.
Ang isang magandang nakikita ng Express dito ay 11 rebound na. Itong si Marcus Doughtit. Dwayne Jones bumabawi rin sa kabilang dulo. Lassiter looking to reset. Pupunta sila kay Casio. 56-49, 7 ang abante ng mga Tigre. Halos 2 minuto pala lumilipas sa ating third quarter. David looking for Jones. Back to David. Nagtinikling pa doon sa baseline.
And people, even the people watching here in the Coliseum are going, nahanapan mo pa rin yun ng paraan?
Para-paraan lang yan. At ang naghahanap ngayon ng paraan etong R21. Si Jessica, nalaman ko anong pinag-usapan nila sa dugout.
Coach Franz Pumaren is not too upset that they're behind. Bagu, he feels that the team has been sticking mostly to the game plan at hindi daw sila nagmamadali tulad ng ginawa nila sa last game. Ang kailangan lang daw nila ay maging mas aggressive pa, hindi lang sa offense pero pati din sa defense. Bagu?
Yun nga, no? Sticking to the game plan, 3-point shooting nila buong first half, 1 of 6. Nung nakaraang laro, 24 3-pointer ang in-attempt nila.
And more to the game plan. The pace is more to their liking. They're sharing the basketball. Unlike what we saw in their loss last Friday. But Gary David, ano ba naman? Lahat na lang kaya mong gawin.
Kaya naman napa-timeout na naman dito si Coach Franz Pumaren. Dahil ganun-ganun lang, 11 na ang abante ng mga Tigres, 60-49. Just over 2.5 having gone by sa ating third quarter. At full timeout na ang Express. Back with us inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum sa pagpapatuloy ng inyong PBA Super Sunday. Puro idol ang pinapakita natin. No? Samboy Lim, nandiyan dyan. Yun ang idol na idol, syempre. Si Mr. Capistrano.
Yan ang mga nung bata ka, pinapanood mo na yan.
Iyan, no? Plakado, no? Plakado ba?
Isa lang. Gaya na sinabi ko, kita mo yung puting buhok ni former Senator Wet. Ilang upo na lang, nakasama kita. Ganyan na rin yung kulay ng buhok ko.
Bago matapos tong gabin to, malapit, baka mga lahati.
Tama yung katawan, parehong-pareho sa akin.
Ha? Oh, talaga?
Nakasuit lang ako.
Natatakpan lang yan, ha?
Tatakpan lang.
Mamaya papa-close up natin sa dressing room.
Hindi ko dala yung katawan ko kanina sa bahay.
Ano ba? May suit na para doon. As Marcus Doughtit has scored his 11th point of this game. Laking bagay nun to get a basket right off a timeout para medyo mapatid naman ng konti yung run na itong Powerade.
And they needed it because maganda nga yung run ng Powerade. And third quarter, that's a quarter that really a lot of teams take advantage of. And Powerade wanted to take advantage of a very good start in the third.
3-pointer on the way. Gary David buries it. 21 big points para kay El Granada, eclipsing his worst performance nung nakaraan.
His Worst performance. Ilan ba yung... Pinagtitiyan mo yung worst performance
Eh,
eh.
yun naman talaga eh.
Ilan ginawa?
20. Ikaw, ilang
Wala, talo pa eh. Mataas pa sa career high ko yun eh.
pinakamasama na niyang performance yun?
Follow on there for RJ Rasul.
Ikaw na ang Gary David, ano? Worst game, 20 points pa rin. On, ilan ba yun? 7 of 18 shooting. This time around, nakaka-21 na.
And I think, more apt adjective would be pwede worst game. Lowest scoring output.
Oh.
Diba?
Hindi naman Pwede. Ganun din yun eh. Synonym na yun eh.
Hindi, just because you don't score a lot of points doesn't mean that was your worst game.
As Powerade continues to shoot at 50% from that three-point line. 9 of 18 na sa larong ito. Donsil, nadulas! Lassiter had a hand on it. Nanginayang si Marcio doon dahil sayang, kanila na pala sana. Baseline inbound, Ubalde. Pupunta sila kay Omolon. Ito si Bitoy, medyo natahimik noong second quarter of action. He's got a total of 13. Sena from the outside, wala. Douthit, tatlo kalaban sa rebounding kay Anthony na napunta. Anthony to Jones on the run is bumped by Sena. Ayaw mamigay ng dunk na ito ni James Sena.
It's a good foul. It's a very professional foul on his part. Konting bangga lang. Nothing, no intent to hurt, but no intention also of giving him 2 points.
Body check lang, no? Wala namang mali siya. So nice playoff foul on the part of Sena. Virtual playoff na to, no? Mananalo nga, third place, matatalo, babagsak sa tie for 6. Pero yung tie na yun, tatlo kayo, 6-8 yung tie nyo nun.
Gives you just a bit of an advantage against most other teams because all the other teams other than BMEG and Talk and Text are at 500 or lower. Ibig sabihin, 50-50 yung win-loss record nila.
Nagkanda traffic na sa ating team standings. Sa tandaan natin playoffs will only be played. Tama ba yun? Yung mga playoffs na for position, number 2 at number 6 lang. Everything else is by quotient. Kaya napaka-importante. Every basket has Gary David. Wala ko, isasalampak ni El Granado yun. 67-53. This is the brand new biggest lead of the game. Kaya naman napuwersa na naman into a timeout si Coach Franz Pumaren. Talaga nga namang PBA Super Sunday na naman ang ating natuto ngayon as Gary David has already scattered 23 big points dito sa ating laro. Wala pang 5 minuto lumilipas sa ating third quarter. Air 21 definitely in trouble, Jason.
Yes, and because of Gary David and his scoring, nice thing para dito sa Air 21. Every time they've called a timeout to stop the runs, at least they've gotten points back.
Balik sa baba ulit sa 12 ang inahabol dito ng Express. Less than 7 minutes now remaining in the third. Jones to David na naman. 3-pointer on the way. In and out. Nilinis lang yung ring. Sabay luwa. Pero mananatili ang possession dito sa mga Tigre. Knockout play. Anthony will have to earn those 2 points from the line. Ang bilis lang ng movement no? Every single time para dito sa Powerade pagka ganun mga baseline inbound.
Always the toughest inbound to defend. Kailangan listo ka dahil the shortest pass is actually the closest pass to make a basket.
Anthony goes 2 for 2. 10 puntos na i-contribute na ito ni Sean Anthony at balik sa 14 ang abante ng mga Tigre. How will Air 21 respond matapos silang matambakan ng rain or shine noong Friday sa Cuneta Astrodome? Let's see what character they show here as Escobar has his shot erased by Jones. 6 na segundo natitira sa kanilang shot clock matapos itong butata na ito. Douthit kailangan magmadali. They go back to Escobar. Sinalubong na naman ni Jones. Nakapagpasabit ng foul this time around.
All on number 21. R21 Dwayne Jones.
Pong Escobar. Wais to it's kung kanina masusupalpal mo ako. This time, just a little fake at
Pong Escobar, shooting
nanakap si Dwayne Jones. Wanted to get another block.
Pong Escobar, produkto ng San Beda Red Lions Basketball Stable, playing for Coach Franz Pumaren.
San Beda lang yung dinidiin.
Binista naman talaga yan.
Di ba, palagi na lang pa kanina, JV Casio, San Beda.
San Beda and Lasal.
Red Wano, San Beda.
And Lasal.
Nahalatang galing sa San Beda eh.
And Lasal. San Beda and Lasal. Ayan, Gary David, produkto naman ng Lyceum. Pwede. Lassiter, produkto ng California. Hindi naman nanatili pa rin yung possession dito sa Powerade.
10 seconds on the shot
10
clock.
segundo sa kanila shot clock. David gets it back out. Lassiter for 3, bitin. Douthit gets it over to Duncil. Jojo Duncil is fouled by Casio. Good foul naman.
Very good foul on the part of JV Casio. That's short 2 points right there.
Veteran foul, no? Hindi mo akalaing rookie lang to. Number 1 overall pick nito nakarang draft. Pinigilan niya yung atake ng R21 na yun. 12 pa rin ang pinoprotekta ang kalamangan dito ng mga Tigre. Escobar for a 3. Doesn't work. Anthony para sa rebound. Lassiter against Duncil. Nakita si Anthony gumagalaw doon sa ilalim. Oh, putback slam by Dwayne Jones.
Dwayne Jones.
Ubalde, back out to Escobar. Atake pa baseline, sinalubong na naman ni Jones. Babalik niya kay Douthit ang bola. Marcus from the outside. Kaninang early third quarter, tumatama yung mga 17-footer niya. Ngayon, nabibitin na. Celino kontra Duncil. Celino pa rin, atake. Down the gut of the defense. Kinaliwa pa.
And slowly here in this quarter, Powerade really putting a stamp on this game. Laki na ng kalamangan na. Pinakamalaki na to sa buong laro.
4 points in the game para dito kay Celino. Ubalde pupunta kay Douthit dun sa poste. Lalayo sila lahat. They isolate Marcus against Jones. Marcus mamemuersa na traveling tuloy.
Will Antonio for Sean Anthony and Henry Bongo for Jojo Duncil.
Will Antonio on the floor para dito sa Powerade Tigers. Kasabay niyang pumasok etong si Renren Ritualo. Para kay Will Antonio, first taste of action dito sa Commissioner's Cup. Para dito sa veterano. Lassiter attacking Ubalde. Na misdirection niya. Lassiter buries the long two.
Air 21 forced to call their third timeout of this quarter. Gumamit na siya 30 seconds. Gumamit na sila ng full timeout and uses here another 30 seconds.
Dalawang full na, di ba? Tapos
Dalawang full at isang 30 second rather.
So, dadalawang full na lang natitira para sa R21 the rest of the way and isang 30. Etong Powerade, may isa na lang mandatory sa third and then yung tatlo pa nila. Pwede pa magamit sa fourth. 75-67, nag-uumpisa ng mamaga etong abante ng Powerade Tigers.
You see, Coach Franz realizes that this game could be won or lost right now dahil yung kanyang koponan hindi makakuha ng puntos, yung Powerade naman napakalaking inaambag dito sa third quarter. That's why he keeps on using those timeouts to stop the run, and on his turn hopefully makakuha naman sila 2 points.
Sa 10 puntos pa lang ang naidadagdag ng R21 sa kanilang total. Here in the third quarter, another swipe by Celino. Will Antonio diving for it. And he will call a timeout. Si Celino yung kaagawan din yan. Look at the tenacity of the Tigers. No let up. They want to go for the kill right here, right now. 3:47 pa natitira sa ating third quarter. Back with us inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Gary David, ibang klaseng performance na naman ang pinamamalas dito. Talagang nagigimbal ang buong mundo ng PBA with the way Gary D has been scoring the last 3 years. Pero more so this season dahil successful na nga ang kanyang koponan behind his exploits. Family day na family day, pati sa kanyang chikiting. May kasama pang pampabuenas, no? 23 puntos para kay Gary D. 9 dyan dito sa third quarter ibinanat. Pahinga muna dito si El Granada. Lassiter! 3-pointer is good. Ilan na to? 22? 22 puntos na!
You know, right now that's a 1-2 punch of Powerade. And those 1-2 punches off theirs, pang knockout eh.
Grabe. Hindi na nga kinailangan sumali sa kombinasyon si JB Casio sa puntong ito. They now lead by 21 big points. Blackjack na ang abante rito ng mga Tigre. Douthit is fouled on the way to the hole.
Number 13, Marshall Lassiter.
Yung binabanggit mo, no? The final 3:08 of this third quarter, critical para dito sa R21. Baka bumagsak sila lalo doon sa danger zone na pinakikita natin sa team standings.
Yes, and for them, they just came out from a blowout loss. That's not another thing that they would want to happen to them. Not back to back.
Isa sa kinakatakot ng mga supporters na itong R21 baka dahil doon sa pagkakatambak sa kanilang rain or shine ay mag-regress sila. Pero dito nakikita natin, di pa naman sumusuko, di pa rin papaawat itong R21. Douthit looking for Espiritu. Panlandingham nahuling kinakapitan. Itong jersey ni Elmer Espiritu.
Substitution Ronald Adugo for Dwayne Jones.
You know what's happening here for Powerade? You haven't even mentioned the name of Dwayne Jones, but yet they've had their success.
Oh, 8 puntos pa lang si Dwayne Jones. At ayun, ano? Meron na namang luxury si na Coach Bo Perasol na pagpahingayin si Jones dito as well as David na nandun na. Pero tingnan mo yung coaching staff ng Powerade, nakatayo pa rin. Still in tune with every bit of detail na nangyayari sa larong ito. No let up on the part of the Tigers.
But no, you know, once you start with taste, you get a taste of winning. You can't get enough of it. And right now, Powerade, they realize the importance of this game. Kaya naman from players all the way to coaching staff, they are definitely in this game.
78-59. It is the Tigers leading by 19. Wala na pong dalawat kalahati natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Celino, hinahanap ito si Lassiter and Pong Escobar is caught reaching in.
Number 18, Pong Escobar. Is second, King Kong number 3 on air 21, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Cruz dumaan sa pick neto ni Adukol. Lassiter dancing with Douthit. Nag-switch pa kanya si Espiritu. 3 to shoot. They go to Van Landingham. Somebody's got to put it up. Naputokan sila ng 24.
All started Marcus Douthit in the screen roll. Lumabas siya, tapos pinigilan niya yung dribble ni Marshall Lassiter, and that's when the intensity of the defense really went up para sa R21.
Douthit, quick spin to the baseline.
Marcus Douthit.
Finally getting the 2 points. May sigh of relief din si Douthit, ano?
At nakikita mo yung kumpiyansa niya, wala si Dwayne Jones. Alam niya, kailangan ako makapuntos sa panahon na to habang wala yung import ng kalaban ko.
14 puntos para kay Douthit sa larong ito. Van Landingham out to Antonio. Nakita si Adukol. Flip shot is good.
That's a bonus. You have Romel Adukol already with 2 points. Alex Crisano kanina pagpasok, nagbigay rin ng 3 points. So even while their import is out, at least their players, the guys that are replacing them, are giving some valuable points.
Ito si Adukol. Tough defense din ang nilalaro. Kontra kay Douthit ang problema. A little too aggressive that time around. Pinalik pa si Gary David para dito kay Marshall Lassiter. Gary David had a good, 3 basketball minute rest already. Ngayon si Lassiter naman ang i-rotate nila doon sa bench. Pressure in the backcourt coming from R21. They need some stops. Van Landingham gets it across. Omolon switches on him. Antonio nagpakawala ng tres. Bang!
Grabe kumpiyansa ng mga player ng Powerade. And everyone seems to be hot from three-point range.
83-62. Balik sa blackjack ang abante rito ng mga Tigre. Douthit. Kaya nga, no? Gusto niyang atakin every single time down the floor. Kaso nawalan pa siya ng bola on that rebound. Antonio to David. Broken up by Escobar. Knockout play na naman. Uy, na-dribble dun yung bounce pass sa baseline. Hindi pa pwede yun. Sumobra naman yung gigil doon sa pagmadali doon. Espiritu. Flipped in midair. Elmer will troop to the line for 2 shots. Espiritu only his second game ng Commissioner's Cup. Nagkaroon ng problema to sa balikat. No? Impis nga lang yung kanyang Magic season, pinalitan na dito si Marcus Douthit. Coach Franz wanting to give Marcus the final 35 seconds of the third on the bench. Espiritu splits. Cruz hinahanap si David. Well covered by Ritualo. Cruz nagpakawala. No go. Rebound and putback is good for Romelo Ducul.
And again, those guys that replaced their import, Dwayne Jones, hindi sila naging pampabigat. Ang dami na nagiging tulong dito.
Season, di mabawi yung dos.
Poor shot right there. Poor decision on the part of Air 21. You have the last shot. Why are you going to take an early shot and give an opportunity to a Powerade squad that you know very well is a very potent offensive team?
Celino finding a Ducul once again. 6 points in the third quarter para kay Ducul. 26 ang tambakan dito. Escobar with a Hail Mary will not work. And what a time for Powerade to really step on the gas. Kita mo naman, Jason. 26, biggest lead of the game as we end this third quarter. What will Air 21 need to do?
Right now, they have to go back defensively. They're close to giving away 90 points by the end of the third. Guys like that.
Game that's physical, it will help you be able to control not only your temper, be able to make the basket even if you're being hit at the back, front, and the sides.
At ano naman masasabi nyo? I mean, you stayed so fit through all this time. How do you do it?
I go to the gas station, minsan nagpapakalga ako ng hangin, mga ganun. No. I love going to the gym. I have time, see, and I don't really stay out late. I don't smoke, I don't drink. So hopefully, you know, but tell you one thing, beyond the clothes or the wear and tear. Masakit na rin, naabot na. I'm not that young anymore. I'm very much senior. I have to say that.
Well, at least it's good advice going to the gym all the time. Magu?
Meron sana kaming tanong kay Senator Freddy Webb eh. Naririnig ba kami ni Senator Freddy?
Hindi eh. Sabi mo sa akin, ako magpapasa.
Bakit itong katabi ko madalas mapikon sa akin? Pakitanong.
Tinatanong ko nila, Senator, kung bakit ho daw yung si Jason daw po, bakit lagi daw napipikon kay Magu? Bakit daw pikon si Jason?
Pikon si Jason?
Hindi na totoo.
Siguro mas matanda si Jason kaysa kay Magu.
Totoo po yun, totoo.
Totoo po.
Magaling manginis si Magu eh. Kahit na ako, pag nakikinig sa kanya, naiinis ako eh. Magaling si Magu really. But you know, I think in a partnership, there has to be someone na kailangan magkakaroon ng konting init ng ulo at yung isa naman very cool. It's all a show.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Freddy Webb again. Magu, going back to you guys.
Oh, tama na. Mukhang gusto pang kunin ng tatay ko yung trabaho ko eh. Ina-analyze eh. Hindi na pa-analyze. Mahalata tayo na mas wais sa atin yan.
Ayan. Napanood nila Ma'am Ras yun, nila Direktong. Yari ka.
O malamang papalitan ka na.
Eto, nagbukas na po ang ating fourth and final quarter of action. Etong Air 21 making a little headway, pero Josh Van Landingham ayaw silang payagan. Ayun, Hindi pala. 30 na.
30 na yan eh.
Nagkamali ako, Matt. Yung Powerade pa pala tumulak. Eh, siyempre, kausap
Tapos
natin si...
nagtatanong ako bakit umiinit ang ulo ko sa'yo.
Pati si Roy.
Time out na muna para ano. At umiinit na yung ulo ko nga sa'yo.
Pakibigyan nga yellow to. 30-second timeout lang. Ikaw naman, oh. 95-65. Ito na, pumalo na ng 30 ulit, Jason, ang lamang dito ng Powerade. Pumalo ng 30 ngayon. Yan din ang hinarap na deficit ng Air 21 na nakaraan. It must be lingering in their minds at this point.
I don't think stuff like that linger in your mind, but more of you know that na-scout ka na. Kung dati-rate, a lot of people nabigla na nakuha sila nung 3-2 na kartada pagsimula natin. Now, they can't surprise teams anymore. And Powerade and their earlier game, Rain or Shine, just last Friday. Both teams well prepared to what Air 21 is doing. Air 21 right now, they also have to adjust. Na ito, hinahanapan na tayo ng solusyon. Sila ngayon ulit kailangan magharap ng solusyon doon sa adjustments ng mga kalaban nila.
Down by 30, Air 21 on the attack. Doused, sneaks one through. Pagkatapos nito, itong Air 21, magkakaroon pa ng dalawang laro. So, regardless of what happens dito sa larong ito, hindi pa naman tapos ang lahat dahil makakalaban pa ng Air 21 ng Meralco at Barangay Ginebra as their last 2 assignments here in the Commissioner's Cup. Powerade naman will have Alaska and BMEG as their last 2 assignments. Hinahanap dito na magkabilang kupunan is win number 4, which will take them to solo 3rd place sa ating team standings. Tunsil on the run. No good. Kramer with a rebound. Linganay now also on the floor para dito sa mga Tigre. Finding David doon sa kanto. Gary D punches it through.
You leave Gary David open, lista mo na talaga.
At ito si Coach Franz Pumaren as Gary David has knocked in his 29th point. Dinispatch na si J.R. Aquino. Defensive stopper niya yan. Malamang magiging assignment niyan itong si El Granada. Van Landingham to David once again. Tama na, awat na. Awatin mo na, Jay.
Kasi sabi mo last game 20 yung ginawa
Oo, sama nung laro 20 20 lang, 32 na ngayon.
32, and again, an efficient 32 para kay Gary David, shooting over 50%.
Grabe, pinakikita talaga dito ni Gary. Ito na naman ang Powerade. Really pounding on the express. Looking to take the fight out of them. Pero si Dunsil nakakuha ng knockout, gets it over to Omolon. Bitoy will have a layup doon sa kabilang dulo to cut this back to 30.
The thing para dito sa Air 21, tumigil talaga yung scoring nila Quarter number 3, they only had 16 compared to the 33 of Powerade.
Landing and misses. Hazul leads the pack. Nako, hindi tumuloy si Omolon. He recovers though. They get it over to Douthit. Nasa kanto, libre. Dunsil for a 3. Nope. Kanya rin yung rebound. Dunsil is fouled.
Foul number 18 on Kramer. His first team foul on Powerade.
Jojo Dunsil is at the line for 2 shots. 32 puntos na para dito kay Gary David. Another one of those spectacular performances para kay El Granada. Back-to-back threes from just moments ago. Going for the kill with still more than 7 minutes remaining dito sa ating laro. Puntahan muna natin si Jessica with this report about El Granada.
He told me earlier, Gary David told me earlier that he wants to give credit to the defense of Talk and Text. Kaya raw siya na, that's why he was kept down to 20 points in his last game. And he said he'll have to adjust to them para naman nakita naman natin na today he was able to do just that. And he said regarding the amount of time that he's playing on the court, he said hindi naman pwedeng umangal sa dami ng oras na naglalaro ka kasi marami rin naman nagko-complain na kulang sila sa oras on the court. Magu?
And that's a better problem. A better problem is actually, gusto ko pang palaruin, tapos pagod ka na. Mas maganda naman yun kesa sa ayaw ka palaruin, hindi ka pa nakakalaro miski 1 minuto. Diba?
Parang speaking from the heart yun
Di ba?
Napikong ka na naman.
Di ba? Nag-tweet si ating kaibigan, si Miko Alili, who just
Uy, buhay pa?
finished his 42K that actually nakita niya yung tatay ko. Sabi niya, nagre-reminisce siya nung partner niya pa tatay ko sa broadcasting.
Oo nga, no? Ganun rin kasi katagal si Miko no? Sa ating industriya.
Pag nakikita niya rin si Atoy, naalala niya rin nung nagko-cover rin siya ng PBA nung panahon na yun.
Oo nga, no? Ito si Gary David, pinaupo na ni Coach Bo sa bench. Malamang kung hindi na magte-threaten dito ang Air 21 pag nagmimintis ng ganyan mga 3-point attempt. Pagpahingay na to, meron silang 5 araw before their next game against Alaska.
Might be the longest rest that guys like Gary David, JV Casio, as well as Marshall Lassiter will be getting because I don't see them coming back here in the final 6 minutes.
Up! Pero ito, bakit nagpapalakpakan? Hulaan mo. May papasok na, may pabalik na sa sahig dito, Jason. Wala pa bang dead ball? Wala pa bang dead ball?
Sino?
Ayun tamba. Ayun laki-laki sa gitna ng screen mo. Natanaw mo may nag-aantay doon sa gitna. Mamaya, pagka nagka-dead ball situation, abangan natin yung hiyawan ng mga PBA fans dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta as Duncil is chased down by Van Landing at ibinigay na yung layup na yun. 104-75. Van Landingham and the rest of the Tigers looking good. Looking poised to pick up win number 4. Wala na pong limad kalate natitira sa unang handog ng PBA Super Sunday. Francis Aliera, lahat talaga ng hugutin ni Coach Bo nakapag-contribute dito.
And that's just defense for Air 21, not as good as what we've seen to start the year. They're just getting beaten by backdoor, simple backdoors, just what we saw there with Francis Aliera.
106-75. Ayun, namigay ng foul si RJ Azul. Tama naman ang ovation, ang salubong. Para kay the showstopper, Alex Crisano. Tapos may 3-man substitution na rin dito ang Air 21.
For Air 21, they're also pulling back their punches. Marcus Doughton plays a lot of minutes for them. Time to give him some rest and look forward to the next game because those 2 games that they're going to have after that are must-win games.
Akalain mo pati mamigay ng ball, Chinichir. As Powerade is charged with his mandatory timeout. 4:54 natitira dito sa ating laro. Back in a moment.
That's a showstopper right there.
Kahit saan mo dalhin, itong si Alex Crisano, definitely all for fun. Pag serious business, pero maganda pa rin pag nahaluan. As Mirza hit a 3. 106-78. Powerade well on their way. Ito, sisilipin na natin ang ating magiging team standings after this game, Jason. Laking panalo nito para dito sa Powerade Tigers. They will head into solo 3rd place. Ang mga nauna na lang sa kanila sa ngayon o after the final buzzer, Talk and Tegs at BMEG. Tapos Alaska will be half a game behind them at 4-4.
You know, it's a big game because it makes things a bit easier for them because what it seems like right now is they can win 1 out of 2 of those 2 games and still be able to advance. Also, gives them an outside shot of actually getting an outright semifinal slot.
Crisano off the turnaround does not go. Ubalde salvaging some points here para maipababa naman nila ng konti. Etong inahabol nila rito. 3 minuto na ditira sa ating first game ng inyong PBA Super Sunday. Linganay. Crisano, kita mo naman ang reaksyon. 3-pointer on the way. Sayang, napalakas lang.
Alex Crisano is not smiling. He's smiling, but Coach Bo Perasol right now, his patience is being tested.
Umupo na nga si Coach Bo, parang
Right now, he's watching the clock.
At eto, may nakuha tayong impormasyon galing kay the PBAologist. Bumaba na at least. Mukhang hindi naman magiging 30 dahil yung huli daw na may natalo ng back-to-back games ng at least 30 points. San Miguel daw yun noong 2006-2007 Philippine Cup pa yun. Games 3 and 4 kontra Ginebra doon sa finals. Yun yung naka 2-0 yung San Miguel, tapos na 4 straight sila, no?
That's right.
Ito, naipababa na naman. Francis Aliera gets the
Another 2 points.
110-84. Inaantay na lang natin ang ating final score. Mamaya-maya, ang defending champion Talking Tex Tropang Texers makakalaban ng People's Champion na Barangay Ginebra Gym Kings. Yun din yung nag-finals dito sa Commissioner's Cup noong nakaraang taon. What a big game, Jason.
And a big game, especially a big game para sa Barangay Ginebra because they're also part of that team, that 16 logjam na naglalaban para sa 4 na pwesto. Barangay Ginebra, best they can do right now as far as a win-loss record is still 6-3, no? Yeah, you know, andyan is still an outside shot as well to compete for the auto semis, but realistically more of that quarterfinal slot.
Yung top 2 po, pagkatapos ng siyam na laro for all teams here in the Commissioner's Cup, automatic na, nasa semifinals. Number 3 at saka number 6 maglalaban sa best of 3, number 4 at number 5, ganun din, quarterfinals yun.
Francis Aliera, 3-point-30, what is it? 7 points in the 4th quarter for Francis Aliera. You can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him.
Yun. Ano yun ha? Halos 1 point a minute na siguro yan, ano?
Dami ng ginawa ni Aliera dito. Dikit-dikit.
As we remind everybody na dapat nating abangan ang makapigil hiningang digmaan sa Bundesliga. Hertha Berlin Sports Club kontra Bayern Munich. Sa Lunes po yan, 5 p.m. dito lang sa Active. At bukas din, tutukan ang dekalibreng sagupan ng La Liga. Real Madrid laban sa Malaga. Lunes po, bukas alas 8 ng gabi. Siyempre, libreng-libre yan. Dito lang sa Active. Bundesliga na, La Liga pa. Ha? On back-to-back.
Sulit, no, sulit.
Kumpleto ang ating Monday Night Club dito sa Active. 116-87 ang nasa ating talaan. Nakasalba pa si Linganay, pero na-out-hustle sila doon kasi Mirza. Namigay pa ng foul dito ang Powerade with a minute and 17 remaining.
That's his first.
As we ask everybody na kung kayo po ay interesado maging PBA referee, aba ang PBA Academy ay magbubukas na. Meron kayo hanggang sa katapusan ng buwan na ito para mag-apply. Kung kayo ay 25 to 35 years old, ako hindi ka na pwede, Jay, ako pwede pa. College graduate, at least 5'8 para sa lalaki, 5'2 naman para sa babae. Bakit?
Hindi ka naman 5'8 eh.
5'9 na.
Asa ka pa.
Hindi si Miko katabi mo, no? Bring a photocopy of your birth certificate. Tumawag lang po sa 470-2768 hanggang 69. Hanapin si Boss Ramil Cruz at si Boss Junior Bengua. Nothing going right for Air 21 and yung itsura, yung the look on Coach Franz Pumaren's face says it all.
Not a good weekend for him. Friday, they were beaten by Rain or Shine, and right now they're going to be beaten again by Powerade. The week started out so well. Looking forward that they had a chance, a very good chance of booking themselves a quarters to final slot by just getting those 2 games. And right now, they're at the outside looking in, having to win their last 2 games.
Oop, saktan pa yata si Alex Crisano. Pagkakataon yun. Check niya, may not weak. Ayun, oh. Nag-hop. It's gonna be 4-on-5 the other way. Hindi na tumatawag ng timeout. Datong Powerade. Ayun, finally nakita ng coaching staff. 30-second timeout requested by Powerade. At inalalayan na si Alex Crisano patungo sa kanilang bench.
Right now, you know, people are cheering, but that's some serious stuff right there when you're a big guy and you can't walk back to the bench.
One of
Gotta
the
hope that for Powerade that it's nothing serious kasi
He's one of the sources of their energy, ano? As, ayun, natapilok. Natapak ng bagya. Hindi pa niya naramdaman nung una, no? Pero pag buwelo niya, nandun na pala.
not really sure if can't be sure if it's that yung tapak na yon or pag lunge forward niya. Maybe on his calf.
James Martinez. Parting the defenders at ito, balik sa 30. Ang abante rito ng mga Tigre. Air 21. Scrambling for some points. 2006-2007 pa nga nung huling may natalo ng back-to-back 30-point blowouts. Ayaw naman ng Air 21, magaya sila doon. 31 na to. Down to 29. Yan ang binibilang natin, ano? As James Martinez will just hold the ball. At ito, nice gesture on the part of Powerade. Mukhang hindi na sila titira dito. Pero up and down the order, the starters did what they were supposed to do. At lahat na lang ng hinugod sa bench ni Coach Bo Perasol definitely nag-contribute. Ibang klase ang Powerade pag ganito ang nilalaro.
You know, this is a team that went all the way to the finals of the Philippine Cup, and that just speaks of volumes of the quality of locals that they have. Right now, their locals responded, and because of that, kita natin ang laki ng pinanalo nila, laki ng lamang nila against Air 21.
121-92 ang ating final score at ang ating makakasama, ang ating best player for this game, none other than El Granada. Gary David, 32 big points na naman para sa'yo, Gary. Bawi mo ba to dahil napakasama ng nilaro mo nakaraan? 20 puntos.